When your brain and your heart are working incoherently, you stand really little chance to make life better. The natural tendency of the brain to scan for solutions to improve the sensations and the feelings of oneself are natural. It's a natural mechanism, it's the way the brain functions, and it's healthy, it's good. Say you feel anxiety, or anger, or pain, or any form of suffering in your being in this present moment. It's natural for your brain to scan for potential storylines, timelines, solutions, decisions, ways of being, actions in order to improve that situation. That is, if you are conscious, knowing that you feel anxiety and knowing that you feel fear or suffering of any sort, this is already a very positive step if you're conscious in this process. But regardless of that, your brain will scan, either consciously or subconsciously, for ways to feel better at all times, where it does not. The default program is to go into consumption of things that might change the situation, either in the digital world or consumption of foods and other substances into your being, into your body. But those just numb it. They do not solve the pain, they just numb it. And you sort of skip the moment of feeling it, only to return to it later on. That does not solve the problem. But your brain might suggest that to you, and it might suggest something a bit different. Maybe you can sign into this new course, or go out with those friends, or maybe look for some new friends, or maybe go get a beer, or maybe call your mom. You just know that there is a solution, that there is an action, there is a timeline where you do feel better, and you are accompanying your brain in searching for it. But in fact, searching for a solution in the outer world that will make the inner world at peace is futile. You will not find what you're looking for. No matter how hard your search or how creative your solution is, as long as it is on the outside, you will not change the inside. But there is one thing you can do, and that is to prioritize coherence of heart and brain. Once those are working coherently, the heart is beating in a coherent fashion, and the brave waves are coherent, then your brain start working efficiently, your heart start being conscious, you are becoming present, and from there you have your power back. So in fact, the only changes you can and should do in your outside world when this such feeling arises is to try and bring yourself into the position of courage and faith, of doing a breath work, of doing a conscious meditation with the intention of transcending transcending and improving the coherence of your heart and your brain. Change those things and you change your experience of reality completely. You switch to a different being, a different person. And that person and being, the changes, the action that he will take, the things he will find after searches, because every brain searches, but he will find things that will be better. They might bring joy, happiness, playfulness, fun, calm, peace. But the reason they bring that emotion is not because that emotion originated in them, but because that emotion originated in you and is now projecting itself outside of you, creating little pools of light, little circles of repeat energy in a positive way. You are projecting yourself on the outside physical world, regardless of what you choose. This is just the fact. And if you take the time to center yourself, bring coherence to your being, become present, then you will change the operating system. You will change your person, your being. You will change the being from which you experience this reality. And you can go forth and create the life you want. This can become easier with time as new habits come. But at the start, you have to start making different decisions, conscious decisions, decisions which require sometimes to go through fear, through pain, whatever is necessary to get you to sit down and do the somatic work, do the breathing work, do the work with your body, physical and mental. And it can take however long it should take, but just know that there isn't any other choice. If it seems that there is, it's because you are still early on your lesson. You are still early on the teaching of this very truth. You may keep repeating the action of trying to find the remedy outside of you. And when it's time, you will see clearly that there is only one path. That is not an invitation to be judgmental towards yourself. That is an invitation to be loving, compassionate, and understanding towards yourself, knowing and trusting that when the time is right, the path will shine, and you will walk it with courage, with knowledge that it is the path, your path, with faith, and with no doubt, and it will become better and better, and lighter and lighter. But for now, join me for one more session of breath work as we transcend and allow our brain, our soul, our mind, our body, and our heart of our experience, our connection to God and the beyond, our intuition, our sexual energy, our whole being, move to coherence, move to truth, put the illusions behind, and connect to who you truly are with this next session. of breathwork, and I will see you on the other side. Thank you.